Yo, what's happening, guys? This is super random. We're just gonna have a super chilled jam session, really. So thanks for tuning in. I'm just gonna get into it, man, and then we can chat a bit later, and I'll check out some comments if there are. This is really brand new, so it's a brand new song as well. I've got a bit of a structure and some stuff going on, so we're just gonna build on that and see what's happening already in the project. So let's go and check that out. Just gonna have a listen through the song. I dig that one synth. I'll solo it out. It's called A Bell Out of Hell. Yeah, this is also a very cool sound. I'll break it up just now and show you guys. So this is this breakdown coming up, and I still don't actually know what to do with it, but maybe we can have a look at that later. Those string stabs remind me a bit of Jamiroquai, actually. Takes me sort of back to Cosmic Girl, Jamiroquai.
Here is love.
I'll break down how I did the drums with the Logic sequencer as well. So yeah, that's basically what I've got going on. So with the drums, you'll notice that there's like, they're in various groups that are sequenced a bit differently. So I've got some fills in some of them and some stops and breaks and things and everything. But most of the drum kit's all based on the same kit, which is all those elements that I've routed to over there, which I haven't converted to MIDI yet. I've still sort of kept them in the sequencer because it's still brand new. So I might change a few things over there. So yeah, let's play this thing again. Let's check that chorus out.
Here is love.
I love the side chain going on here with Volume Shaper. It's such a cool plugin. It's always cool to do something like that. It adds to the rhythm. I feel a bit of side chaining adds to the rhythm of the song. It sort of helps the song along, you know. It helps the song, the groove. It helps the pocket, because what I've done with my hi-hats as well, if I go into the sequencer over here, you've got the start offset button over here, and you can actually delay the response of that specific little node. which means you can put the hi-hats like really backbeat. So if I solo that out, let me get those hi-hats kick and snare for you. Yeah, see, if you have a listen to that, those hats are just a little bit behind. They're a little bit behind the beat, you know. They're not quite on. They're not quantized exactly to the eighth. I just think it sort of removes the feel out of it if you quantize everything, you know. And that's what I enjoy about the sequencer in Logic, is that you've got the ability to, at random, delay those beats, each and every one of them separately. So I've got one at like 19%, one at 9%, one at 15%, whereas in the past I used to do it with MIDI and move the MIDI. But the sequence is just really cool for that, so I'm really having a lot of fun with that. Let's get the track going. Once again, side chaining, going on these tambourines just to keep that pocket, the groove going. If you listen to the groove on its own, it's got like this backbeat thing going on. And that shaker's just to sort of like add a bit of vibe in the background. I don't think there's anything on there. Yeah, there's nothing on there. We can maybe look at that just now. Yeah, so the beat without the hi-hats is really nothing. It's just kick and snare jamming. I actually want to put some filtering in this little middle section here. Let me do that. I usually filter just with the channel strip EQ in Logic. So I want to filter this section over here a little bit. So let's do some automation there. Channel strip, half frequency. We can do like a random drop. I think that could be very cool. And then bring it back in on the one of the next bar. Yeah. Let's have a listen to this. But then it's got to go all the way up again. Yeah, so I love doing this sort of automation stuff on the kit, on the group, on the actual bus, the kit bus. It just helps that transition a little bit, you know. I think I should do a little bit on the lows as well, get some of those lows out on that drop. So let's go into automation. Yeah, I love Logic for this. It's really easy and quick to do this sort of stuff, which makes songs super interesting, eh? This sort of automation stuff really just adds to even the dynamics of digital drums, because these are digital, they're all programmed, everything. It's just based on samples. Okay, we're missing that one hit over there. Let's go in there and pull that up a bit. Let's have a listen. Wonder why. Okay, it's a snap. Actually, we should pull it back up for the snap. Boom. Yeah, over there. Let's have a listen to that. Yeah, because that snap sort of, it accentuates the change. Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to sort of listen to this from a little bit before and see if it's flowing. I actually want to put those hi-hats even more backbeat in this, just in this section over here. So I'm going to do that with a bit of maybe not that much. So now I'm basically moving the whole pattern, but it's just going to be for that one bar length. Let's listen to that in the song. and now it's a little bit more straight to sort of help push along for that chorus coming up.
Here is love.
Yeah, I think that feels good, man.
Here is love.
So those strings down there, I introduced them only into the second chorus, because the way I like to sort of build things in production is I like to add intersections as the song sort of moves along, so that the second chorus has something different to the first, and then the third has something different to the first and the second, just to sort of help the song grow, you know. Yeah, so that's why those strings, those little Jamiroquai stabs which happen over here, only come in the second half of the choruses, you know, the second chorus, really. Just to keep the vibe going for later, to save some stuff, you know. So yeah, that's one of the things that I really like to do with drums, is to, especially with digital drums, is to change the feels as much as what I can throughout the song, to humanize it, to make it feel not sort of perfectly like a human being playing it, but just to give it that same sort of vibe and energy and laid backness if you want to sit behind the click a little. Yeah, so that's why I play with the offset inside the sequencer quite a bit in various sections of the song. So if I go there, you'll see it's a little bit different to what I had it all the way over there, you know. That's a little bit more extreme. But the chorus, you want to push a bit. We're still behind the beat, but we're just pushing a little bit to keep the energy up. Yeah, so that's drums. There's lots of cool things going on the synths. We're going to jam a little bit as well, just now try and figure out a synth part that I want to introduce in chorus 2, which can actually run through all the way through to the end of the song. Something very repetitive that I want to sidechain. So maybe we can actually look at that now. Yeah, let me jam a little. If you guys are watching, jump in the comments, man. If there's anything interesting in this project that intrigues you, jump in the comments, and we'll have a little chat just now. But thanks for tuning in anyway. I got a keyboard down here. I haven't quite set up a camera where you can see the keyboard, but I do have a keyboard down here. So we're just going to be flicking through some Steven Slate and a synth sounds. This is such an awesome synth. It's their new update.
Here is love. Here is love.
It's not so nice. Let's go, yeah. Yo, there's crazy synths here. Whoo, that's quite nice.
Here is love. Here is love.
I'm a drummer, guys. That is quite cool. I actually think I'm going to work with that for a little bit. Let's see what happens if we introduce that into that second. that could be cool if it's just sort of repeating. Let's check it out. Oh, that clicks loud.
Here is love. Here is love.
Ah. Ah. Here is love. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. We can work with that for now. I think we're gonna have to change the sound up on that one.
Here is love.
It's getting to that last one. The last one is not going to work. Okay. So I don't want to quantize this too heavy, but I do want to quantize it just a little bit, like 50%. Sometimes it's good to not quantize at 100%. Just gonna go through it and see, make sure there's no bum notes. Clean it up a little. I am a drummer, guys. I'm just reminding you. This video and this stream is going to be up on the YouTube channel, so if some of you aren't watching it live, I hope you're enjoying the rerun. We're just having a chilled creative session, really. A public creative session. I'm super nervous for this thing. It's weird. It's really weird to do this kind of production as a live stream. Yeah. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. See down here, I'm actually going to quantize this quite hard to help it along and fix some stuff there. But it's also going to help push just before that last chorus. I'm going to change the sound up, I think.
Here is love.
I wonder if we take it up for this last chorus. I'm going to just jam that and feel what it feels like. Aha, I think that's going to be cheesy.
Here is love.
I don't really dig it too much, but you know what, man, we can layer it with that other one. There's another one doing something similar on a similar sound. Let me go work on the sounder, but it's too close to that. I think we need to put it into a bit of a different space. This Anasynth is really cool. Yeah, if you are subscribed to Steven Slate, yeah, check it out. It's also the same. Woo. That's heavy. None of these sounds are working. Let's go to something else. Go to pop. Let's see what pop's got. That's quite interesting. Actually. That's pretty cool.
Here is love.
Now it can actually.
Here is love. Here is.
Where is that? I need to borrow you, man. I need to borrow you. Oops. That's a little bit too soon. Let's move this over here. Let me just undo. That's probably the quickest way to do this. There.
Here is love.
We'll stop it there. So now that sort of puts it into a bit of a different space to where the other one's at. Let me record on. Sometimes I don't really dig to copy and paste too much, even with synths, even though I've done it over there quite a bit. That's why I'm adding these parts, but I'm sort of playing it, give it a bit of a different feel for the last section. So yeah, that's what I sort of like to do when I am layering synths and sounds like this. I'll solo these two out just now.
Here is love.
Should probably put it up for this section a little bit. We'll automate that now. That click track is so loud. I'm just going to turn that down for now. All right, here we go.
Here is love.
System overload. Aha. That's not cool. Let's go back. All right.
Here is love.
No, got to get it in the pocket.
Here is love.
Actually, I think I should stab it on those last damp. Yeah, it works nicely with what this one's doing.
Here is love.
Remember, I'm a drummer, not a keyboard player.
Here is love.
Oh, no. I was going to do that second half because the first half was actually cool. Out. Yeah. And I'm just going to quantize that at like 50% as well, just to try and keep as much of that groove as possible, really, because it is sort of grooving.
Here is love.
Gotta cut that off.
Here is love.
Yeah, it's feeling cool. I think I want to start this because these little string stabs are my Jamiroquai strings. Let me refresh you with the Jamiroquai strings. Yeah, those ones. They are new to chorus 2, so I think I'm going to introduce this thing only in the bridge. For now. Let's just mute that out. I'm going to do some automation on the sound though going into the bridge. Just want to listen through for some continuity really. That sound is quite hypnotic actually. I'm gonna work with it a little bit. I love Volume Shaper by Cable Guys. Cable Guys. It reminds me of a movie. Cable Guy. I think it was with Jim Carrey. Actually, this plugin's made by the company Cable Guys. But it is such a cool thing for the side chaining thing. You don't actually have to side chain it through a compressor. Although side chaining through a compressor does have its pros, I suppose. So yeah, but this thing is kind of like a quick fix for that. Wonder if we slow it down a bit the other way. No, it's a little bit more exciting. I don't know if it's doing much really. Let's see what that's doing on the track. Oh yeah. Find the sweet spot. I think we should filter it out as well. That's gonna be cool. I love filtering like I did with the drums. Just to create a bit of a vibe really. Let's put some reverb on this thing as well. Got this Neo Pro Verb from Isotope. Sort of just as a... It's like my placeholder reverb from Isotope. I love it actually. It's really, really cool. Isotope have been putting out some cool stuff for a long while now actually. Alright, let's see. Maybe we can just gradually bring it in over the phrase. So I don't want to draw attention away from this sound. See, I don't want to draw attention away from that. That sound is sort of like what I want to be the focal point, really. I'm going to build it up a little bit slower on the filter.
Here is love.
Okay, now I just need to make sure that these two synths are working with one another really. So I'm going to solo them out and have a listen. I just added that response synth now. I think they're working though. Nothing clashing yet. So I'm going through these things quite meticulously just to make sure that they're working together. I want this last chorus to really bang. Oh, that's pretty cool. I love what they're doing there. That's this volume shaper, man. If you get it in the right spot. Ah, it's beautiful. That's sort of my resident reverb on this track for now. Alright, those two synths are actually working quite nice together, and they are helping each other along. So sort of this is what's going on. We've got the bass going on, which I'm going to end up replacing this bass with a live, I think a live P bass or something. That's the bass over there. Just a Motown bass from the Logic sampler, really. Then I just played it on the keyboard. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I'll automate the volume a little bit there. It's like loud as. Oh, and there's another trick that I love with this sort of stuff is the Stephen Slate limiter. That's really cool. It helps it just makes the sidechain feel like it's working a little bit better. So let me get rid of some of this stuff. Stephen Slate stuff is so great. I've been really enjoying it lately. I'm just going to use the limiter for this one. Not much at all. I'm going to soften the attack a little, faster release so that it still sidechains and does its thing. But I just wanted to catch those edges. You can see it's like sparking there from time to time. So the limiter is just catching those things. Well, it's a distressor really, but it's like a supreme limiter, like a super limiter. Alright, let me get this thing going back with the track. So much of this is going to change when there's a vocal on this track. That's what I do know. So I'm just really having a good time here and showing you guys what my approach would be in this scenario, just making an instrumental of sorts before I sort of try and write some vocals on it or get someone else to write some vocals on it or whatever. Let me show you guys this chop that's going on in the bridge here. I'm gonna just loop that. Let me show you what's going on here. This thing is so cool, man. So there's a whole host of things going on. So I'm going to one by one open them up for you and you can hear what they're doing and I'll explain what's going on there. So the initial chop is actually a guitar. Have a listen to this. You'll hear it's sort of just... Let me loop this thing a little bit more. So this is the initial chop that I built, just with the guitar part that I had lying around. So first thing we did, just add some good old distressor, hard distressing, because it sort of crunches a little bit. With Stephen Slate with a bit of EQ going on there, I think I boosted it at 3 kilohertz a little bit at 7.23. Yeah, and sort of a couple of other things going on there in Steven Slate. I love Steven Slate's stuff. Then the next thing I added was a tremolo. Then the next thing after that, the tremolo is just a Logic standard tremolo. 1/4 rate, 35% depth, smoothing at 100. Just to give it some movement. Then I put some delay on, Native Instruments replica. There we go, it's a little bit louder now. Yeah, I love this delay. It's really trippy. It just sort of takes you on a journey. I've got the feedback pretty high on 61%, so you'll hear it actually carries over for quite a while. Let me play it from the top. It just keeps repeating, and the mix is at about 25%, 24%. And I've cut the delay at sort of 8K. Low cut at 105 Hz with a bit of saturation going on with a bit of phaser. The phaser sort of just enhances the stereo field for me. Even though you can make it wider over there, I'm just sort of leaving it at that. Alright, then the next thing, a bit of volume shaper again. Just building a bit of a pattern, you know, it ducks the signal quite a bit. And I really dig that. That is fun. I love this volume shaper thing. It's crazy. It's creative as ever. And it sort of helps the groove. Let me play the groove with this a bit. Let me just play the beat on its own. Without this volume shaper, it sort of becomes a bit bland, a bit boring. Now if I add volume shaper again, just sort of adds a bit of vibe. Then I put some EQ on, just some channel strip EQ from Logic. High pass, system overload. High pass, and yeah. And then the last thing I did was, what really waxed the sound out a bit is I added a bit of the isotope vocal synth, which is pretty awesome. Let me activate that. We need the beat. So what I've just realized is that, I don't know, I pushed something on the back end of my YouTube stream here, and I can't actually see if anyone is commenting or who or how many people are watching. I can just end the stream. So I've done something stupid over there. But yeah, if you guys are still watching, I hope you enjoy, man. Yeah, this vocal synth is crazy. Let's get back into it for a little bit, yeah. Let's go back to that vocal synth on that guitar chop. I'll bypass it on the next round, and you can see what it's sort of doing to it. Now we're back to a guitar, really. But if I open it up in the next round, you've got vocal chops again. Well, some kind of weird baby between a guitar and a vocal. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I want all the focus on that sound for this bridge, obviously, depending on what happens with the vocal. Yeah, there's quite a bit of sort of effects and stuff going on here. I chopped up some vocals over here, which is a bit of ear candy, you know. That's just for a little bit of ear candy for the stereo field. Let's have a listen to that.
Here is love.
So yeah, it sort of works with those string chops. I've got this Here Is Love sample going on, which I manipulated quite a bit as well. Added a bit of PRS on it. I dropped the form. It's an interesting thing, yeah, is I used Logic's formant tool over there to drop the formant of the original vocal. The original vocal was all the way up, yeah.
Here is love.
That's the original sample that I had, and I brought it down to, yeah.
Here is love.
So, basically, if you use, yeah, that's a really cool little feature, quick feature in Logic. That is really awesome. You got this flex pitch thing, which is great. I really dig it. So basically, between that little vocal chop, this vocal riser, and my Jamiroquai string stab, this is what's going on. These are the things that are like the ear candy stuff of the chorus, really.
Here is love.
And if you put the beat in there, they sort of, all those little sounds are in that pocket with that groove that's a little bit backbeat.
Here is love.
Yeah, and you can build on that. You can really build on that, man. You can add more and more with that. So as soon as you got a lead vocal in here, you can sort of sample that lead vocal and just add to these layers, and you could come with something cool, which I'll probably do when we put a lead vocal in this track eventually, if you know, we write a lot of music and maybe 1 out of 10 songs go somewhere. So yeah,
Here is love.
yeah, those synths were so loud now. All right, let's open this up. Now you can have a listen to those little things we just added right now. Well, those things I just pointed out. I didn't add them. I added them a bit earlier. But those little ear candy things. So if you listen to the chorus now, you'll hear all of them sort of jump out in their various places. It's pretty cool.
Here is love.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Here is love. Here is love. Here is love.
Yeah, so there's quite a few of these little things that go on in the song. Another one is in, also a little a random vocal chop, which I might end up replacing when there's a proper lead vocal in here. Which is also sort of quite, I put it through vocal synth as well, so if I bypass vocal synth,
Hello.
it's kind of random. Vocal synth just adds something really cool to it. And I sort of filtered it out. Over there, I took the highs and the lows out, just left those mids in there, those nasty mids. Yeah, and that's just sort of like to help that random transition that's going on. And it's also where that guitar chop gets introduced in the song for the first time. Halfway through verse 2. Let's have a listen to verse 2 and see if there's anything we can add there. There's that guitar chop that's just coming in. I can't wait to redo the bass though. System overload. This happens all the time, man. Because I don't want latency when I play on the keyboard. I just don't want latency. So there's something else that's got to happen somewhere. Let me listen through this bridge, that new synth that we added. It's a bit soon, eh? Feels a bit soon to me. Let's leave it out. Even that stab. I think we should divert, send all the attention to that guitar chop and then bring this other stuff in. Sometimes you got to just have a bit of space. Let things ride out for a little bit. Now you can we can up things a little bit here, you know. I want to see what crazy cool. I want to see what sounds we got on this kit. Oh, my system's taking some strain with all this stuff going on. Let me see what's going on with this kit, see what sounds we got. Ha, that could be pretty cool. I wonder. I'm gonna see if I can find another sound. Always in the same space. Okay, so I love Logic for this little thing that it's got going on. Yeah, it's got these little like sounds that you can really choose from, really, which you can do very cool stuff. It's like it's Logic sample library. So I'm gonna look for something interesting and see if we can't manipulate it to come into the second section. That's like rhythmical, you know, that's almost percussive. Like a loop of sorts, but we want to change it up a bit. See, that is so cool. Actually, I actually dig that so much. I want to see what we can do with that. We can probably do something cool with this sample. Okay. I'm gonna loop that a little bit, but I need the beat as well and the bass. There we go. That bass is gonna be so cool once we change it up a little bit. I think a bit of tape saturation on this loop will be cool. I don't often take loops like this. This specific one just jumped out at me and I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool. So whatever gets me to my desired outcome the quickest, I suppose. Let's go to J37. It's an awesome, this is such a cool little tape emulator, shall we say. It's got quite a vibe, and now my system's gonna struggle even more because I'm running at like 256 or something like that. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's actually very cool. That is very cool, actually. That's what I love about J37. So now we want to, let's play with some ear candy again. Haha. I love it. Let's get some ear candy going. My wife's hanging out with me this evening. She's chilling here on the couch next to me. Ear candy. This Valhalla 4-second reverb is one of the coolest things, man. But then a little trick. Once again, I'm going to show you guys something. We're going to sidechain the reverb, but not sidechain. We're going to use volume shaper and cheat. Just to add to that groove, you know. Yeah, just like that. Let's have a listen to that in the song. I'm going to copy that over a couple of times actually. I think that's going to play out all the way to the end and just take us on a bit of a journey. I'm going to look at that sample though. I've got to sort of break it up a little bit. There's a couple of things bugging me in it, but let's have a listen to it with the rest. Yeah. If I take it out, it's a bit boring. Kind of grooves with it in, you know? Kind of keeps you there. And that side chaining on the reverb. When you take that side chain off, I'll bypass it, you'll hear the difference. Kind of feels a bit square. Now it kind of grooves along. I think we've got to play a bit with the... Let's play with this. I just want to put some like static hats in. Like really straight. Just straight hats. Let's go all the way to the top. Because this I've got... Oh no. I've got 4 different cubes. Yeah, oh no. That can't be there. I've got 4 different cubes going on here. So, sequencer, I call them sequencer cubes. When I'm not being like super pedantic, you know. There we go. Ah. And I think... Yeah. Yeah, that's grooving now. And I think we should have a bit of fun with that. Let's put a bit of in there. A little bit of super fast hi-hats. This is what I love. Once again, about the sequencer, you can do this thing. Where is it? Note repeat. So we'll start off with 2 and then triplet to super fast 4 just over there. Just once. Actually, I'm gonna have a bit of fun with that little phrase. Let's see what this sounds like. Could be extreme right now. That's a little bit crazy. That's a little bit crazy. But maybe something like this. Actually, that's pretty cool. Let me check this out. Yeah, just to give it a bit of swing. And once again, guys, I don't know if you're watching this live or not. Volume Shaper is king with this kind of party music. So I've got Volume Shaper going on these hi-hats as well. Let's have a listen to this whole breakdown. Phase 2. Just got to keep it going, man, and then you got to make it pop. If your system doesn't drop you, hang on, wait, we're not going to play anything right now. And we might actually just call the stream a day after this. You see, I'm already running it like super high. Jeez, like, what is going on? Anyway, let's have a listen through this last little break here and hopefully it plays. So guys, there's still some gremlins in this song. Quite a few, really. I mean, this is by no means a finished project, but I'm just having a bit of fun tonight and going through some ideas and showing you guys how I do things, certain little things, you know, like program drums, for instance, or play synths or approach synths or whatever, you know. So if you did tune in and watch it live, thank you so much. If you're watching the rerun of this, it'll be on my channel. It's going to be there as a normal uploaded video, but you know, from an old live stream. I don't know what you call it. I'm so new to this live stream thing. So yeah, I'm getting into it, but we're gonna have a listen through the song one more time, and then we're probably just gonna call it a night. Thank you so much. Go and check out the hitlab.co.za and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Please, it helps me so much. And if you can, leave a comment below, share the video, tell someone. It's really cool. I want to get into these live stream things quite often, so yeah, maybe do them once every 2 weeks or once a week or something like that. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how time goes. But this has been really fun. Still figuring a couple of things out with it, but it's been really fun. So thank you so much, man. Yeah, let's play the song through and then we'll call it a night, man. Peace. Oh, epic fail. Epic fail.
Here is love.
Volume shaper is king. I think if we can get anything out of this live stream tonight with regards to cool modern production, volume shaper, man, it is such a cool little tool for this kind of music, man. It makes sidechaining really cool. You don't have to layer up compressors and stuff. It's like a one-click thing that you can do, and you can create patterns and stuff. But anyway,
Here is love. Here is love.
oh, here comes the bridge. Yeah, I think that's working. Some 808 hats. Oh, come on, let's hope it doesn't freeze.
Here is love.
Oh!
Here is love. Here is love. Here is love.
Yeah, I think that's a cool song, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this thing. If you have watched it live, like I said earlier in the stream, I sort of lost connection with my YouTube thing. I pressed something and it went weird. But yeah, so I can just end the stream. I just got a red thing that says end stream. That's all I can see right now. But the next time I'll get that part of it right, the comments and whatever. And if there are, I don't even know how many people watched, so it'll be cool, man. Otherwise, DM me on Instagram at Howie_HD. That's also cool. And if you haven't yet, go and subscribe, man. And I'm going to do a couple more of these. If I write something cool that I'm doing in my spare time, just having a bit of fun like this one, I'm going to just get on a live stream and do some creative work with you guys. It's been really cool, man. But yeah, let me end the stream. Guys, it's been real. Peace.